talked a lot about, adding accessories and knowing your body and basically colors, patterns, material. Now, what colors, let's talk about colors. What colors, should women wear to look fresh and vibrant instead of, looking completely, washed out?
So it's important that you stick to colors that enhance your skin tone. So, for example, like cool skin tones
Yeah,
glow in Yule tones
yeah,
like emerald,
yeah,
sapphire,
yeah,
deep reds,
yeah,
or even pastel colors.
yeah, yeah,
And then warm skin tones look radiant in earthy shades,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
kind of like olive, mustard,
yeah,
rusty red, and pinks.
yeah.
Um, Neutral colors that suit everybody are navy and camel, even deep gray. Yeah, we everybody tends to go to the black because it's
Yeah.
the easiest one to combine. But I would avoid using black a lot if you feel like it drains you.
Yeah,
It happens to most of us
yeah,
because only if you have like a winter color palette, it's gonna look good on you. But if you're an autumn like me, for example, that is like a warm.
yeah,
Uh, Skin tone, black doesn't look as good,
yeah,
on me.
yeah,
So for people that feel that black kind of drains them, I
yeah.
would suggest go for like a deep navy or a charcoal as your neutral, color in your wardrobe rather than black.
Actually,
It's
I
gonna
completely,
look much better
yeah, yeah,
than, yeah.
yeah. Actually, I completely agree because navy blue is the color that suits me a lot. And the one color that makes me look very dull is the chocolate color. Every time, I wear it, and because, brown, like, it gets camouflaged. So yeah, that is the color that makes my complexion like, yeah, basically, it doesn't, make me glow. Like, it makes me look dull. So brown is the
Stick to
color.
colors. Colors are very interesting when it comes to wardrobe because they're very connected to how we feel and our psychology, how people perceive you as well. So it's important to at least have like three accent colors. You can start here, right? Instead, because unless you have had your color analysis done to understand your color palette and which shades are the ones that fit your complexion, the best.
Yeah,
You don't know,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Unless, like you're saying, unless that okay, this is the color that really looks good on me. So I would suggest stick to those and then decide on three accent colors that you're gonna have on your wardrobe, and then also try to build all your wardrobe based on that. So you have the neutrals, of course, that are important to have there, but then choose just like 2 to 3 colors and stick to those because that's gonna make it very easy when it comes to mix and matching your outfits and your wardrobe,
yeah.
right? So it helps you understand that, okay, I know these colors go together, and when you have to pick outfits, it's easier because those colors go, they look good on you, they resonate, with you. So yeah.
Now, we have talked about the color. Now, I'm going to ask you about one clothing item that is the universal clothing item, which is jeans. Yeah, we all of us, have in our closet, and we kind of wear it, on a almost day-to-day basis. So, finding the right jeans that fit well and feel comfortable can be a struggle for a lot of women. So what should women look for, when they are trying to go for, that jeans, that one jeans that,
This is the question. Not everybody loves to wear jeans, but of course,
yeah,
it's a piece that most of us have
yeah,
right there. It's very versatile because you can combine it in many different ways, but it is important to choose the right ones. So I would suggest choose like mid to high rise, mid section support.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
When it comes to color, go for a dark wash or a classic blue color. In terms of fitting, And here is when it gets interesting and kind of complicated.
Yeah.
Because, of course, you need to understand your body shape, right? Depending on your body shape, you're going to go for a straight leg or a wide leg, or slim. I would also say, in terms of fabric, choose something that is stretch,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's more comfortable to wear during the day as well. And I mean, now there are a lot of, you need to try,
Yeah.
right? It's like
Yeah.
once you know the brand as well that looks good on you, stick to that brand. Two UK retailers that I can recommend because actually they cover many body shapes, which
Yeah.
is good. It's
Yeah.
like Levi's or
Yeah.
Boden.
Yeah.
So you can start there, but
Okay.
actually you have to try them and see which are the ones that are good for you.
Yeah, good
And
for
then basically you stick to that. When it comes to jeans, don't think about trends, don't try to go with the trends because it's something difficult. So once you find yours,
Yeah.
stick to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The jeans or denim, they tend to last a lot in our wardrobe, which is good. But whenever you feel that it's time to replace them, go to the same that you had. Or try to go to the same brand and to the same fit because it's a very, the fabric, right? If it's not very stretchy, it's very hard. So it's important that it fits good. Otherwise, it can feel like very baggy.
So, because I actually keep watching it on social media, I mean, on TikTok, where basically it's skinny jeans. I mean, skinny jeans, used to be in trend. Like, now, people are looked down upon, especially us millennials for wearing skinny jeans. But I think, like you rightly said, that if it fits you well, you should wear it. If it looks good on you, you shouldn't, go, you shouldn't, listen to what people are saying on the internet.
No. And you have to be mindful, especially for middle-aged women.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm not sure, not everybody is going to feel comfortable on skinny jeans, right? And
Yeah.
especially if they have a lot of stretch on
Good.
them, you
Yeah.
have to be mindful that they can be like sagging,
Yeah.
so don't go for overly stretchy fabrics. You want them to have some of it, just for being comfortable
Yeah.
and movement
Yeah.
and all that. But when it comes to the fit, just stick to whatever is good
Yeah.
for your body shape and it feels good on you. So don't focus on what others are doing. Don't copy. Jeans are something, like I said, that they last a long time. So don't keep replacing
Yeah.
them. Just make sure you find the ones that are for you. Start with these brands that I recommend. Most of my clients find
Which brand?
the jeans, there on those ones like Levi's or Boden.
Yeah. Levi.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
are very good because, like I said, they cover. The thing about brands is like they all design clothes
Yeah.
for specific body types.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's important when you're gonna shop for clothes. It's important to understand the brands that design clothes for your body type, right? Because if you go to the ones that are not that, this is when you go and then you feel frustrated because you can't find anything. Is because the brand where you are trying to shop,
Yeah.
they are not designing clothes that are fitting or flattering your body
Your
shape.
body. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's important to understand this. And when it comes to jeans, that's why I always suggest like these two brands,
So
because
sorry. So one is
they
Leo.
cover a lot of body shapes. So it's easier, to find one pair of jeans that really flatters your body type.
Sure. Sorry, I didn't hear. So one was Levi's and the other one was
Boden.
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 Oh, Boden.
Boden.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm definitely, going to see, what Boden, has to offer. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 100%
I
agree.
mean, there's plenty of them,
Yeah.
and there's other women, depending on how much you want to invest on them as well. But these two have like really good quality.
Yeah.
And like I said, the most important thing is because they design for different body types, it's going to be easier for you to find one fit that, you're really happy about how
Yes.
it looks on you.
Yeah. True that. Okay. So, because, we are talking about jeans, and jeans is considered as, one of the most casual outfits. But like, for, what are the best ways for women to look stylish in casual settings without feeling underdressed? Because, it happens with me a lot. So, okay, so it's casual setting, let me wear let me wear my jeans. And once I get there, I'm like, oh my God, people are wearing this, flowy dress. And you're like, shit, man. You know why? I am the only one who is underdressed. So how do we basically, dress ourselves, for a casual setting where we have dressed up appropriately, but we are not looking underdressed, but we are just there. Oh yeah, yeah. So how do we, basically, what are the best ways? Yeah.
Well, the reason is because you're not styling it.
Yeah.
You're just staying in step one. And step one is throwing your clothes on you, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that's why you're not thinking, how I'm going to style these pieces just to make sure that I elevate my look. And even though I'm wearing something very casual, it still looks like put together, right? You
Yeah.
feel like beautiful and you feel like you have an outfit and a look. So, first of all, you have to style. Like I said, make sure you accessorize to add your personality. Okay. Quick things that you can do. Choose shoes that, choose like elevated shoes, kind of like slick trainers,
Yes.
ankle boots, loafers,
Yeah.
something, that
Yeah.
is a bit more elevated rather
Yeah.
than just throwing the first pair of trainers
Yeah.
as well that you find there. You can layer your pieces with blazers
Yeah.
or an elegant knitwear,
Yeah.
just to make sure that your
Yeah.
trousers are kind of, again, this is all about elevating like the basic pieces.
Yeah.
The most important thing as well is make sure are very, very good quality,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you invest in them
Yeah.
and they're good quality. Instead of leggings, maybe you can swap and go for structured
Yeah.
joggers or
Yeah.
tailored jeans.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, it's all about styling. So maybe I can pair it with an elegant knitwear,
Yeah.
with a blazer.
Yeah.
What are the shoes?
Yeah.
The bag,
Yeah.
all that. Pay attention to all those things because that's gonna wrap your look,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
make you appear like more polished
Yeah.
rather than just super casual and
It's super
thinking like,
casual.
oh, this is boring.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything,
Yeah.
but even I mean, I always tell people, even when you go on holidays to the beach, you can accessorize yourself
Yeah.
in a way
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
it's an
Yeah.
interesting thing rather than just saying like, oh, but what I'm going to wear, just my swim costume. Well,
Yeah.
style it,
Yeah.
accessorize it,
Yeah.
in a way
Exercise
that
with
it feels
kimono
more
and all, yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, with kimono and those things that yeah. So no, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
can add other pieces. Just don't stay, on the basic. But like I said, the most important thing here is like the quality of what you're wearing. Your casual pieces have to be like high quality, the fabrics, and everything, just
yeah,
to look like you are polished.
yeah. So because thank you for that advice, I'm definitely going to try it out because what happens with me is that either I end up looking the more overly dressed person. So once we have gone out to to this Hyde Park sort of gathering. And I was wearing this summer dress, but my boobs were all, popping out, showing out. So I think, that wasn't, looking good because, yeah. And, or, either, I'll go in like in a completely like, I'll wear, jeans and, yeah. So, yeah, so I'm definitely, going to try that thing, out, basically accessorizing it with jacket and, cashmere. You try and accessorize it. So thank you for that. And I'm definitely
Yeah,
going
you
to,
can put in practice the things that I said before, right? Like if you decide to put together
yeah,
maybe like
yeah,
joggers with knitwear,
yeah.
tuck it in,
Yeah.
just to make sure like it looks, put like a little chain or something on top
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
It's like I said, it's all on the small details.
yeah, yeah,
Roll your sleeves,
yes,
all these little things, right,
yes,
is what it adds up to what you're wearing. It can be very basic, very casual.
yeah,
It doesn't have to be sloppy.
Yeah,
you know, just like put attention to the details, and yeah, it will look much better.
As women, as women, transiting or transit 20 to 30s from 30s to 40s to 50s, and so it's like their wardrobe, doesn't match their lifestyle anymore because as you age, the responsibilities, that gets yeah, I mean, basically, we tend to have lots of responsibilities and, a lot of things going on, with our lives. We are busy in our careers, with our family, and, we have got, basic, plethora of things to deal with, on our, we have got, plethora of things on our hands. So in that case, and basically, our lifestyle, that doesn't, match. Our wardrobe is not aligned with our lifestyle anymore. So where should we even start with a refresh? That okay, I'm going to start from here. So these are the baby steps that I'm going to take. So what are the baby steps that women can take during this transition?
So first thing you have to do is understand what you have in your wardrobe. The only way of doing this is through a wardrobe edit. So literally you have to take all out and start decluttering ruthlessly.
Yeah.
Let go of what doesn't fit you anymore. Don't attach to anything, just just in case if one day that's only going to take space there. So the first thing you have to do is like the wardrobe edit. Before I go through the steps, I'm gonna tell you it's very easy actually. But before saying that, if people subscribe to my newsletter, which is
Sure.
like on Substack, it's
Okay.
called London Styled and Wardrobe. They're gonna receive in their inbox, wardrobe edit ebook that I put together. I have all the steps that actually I follow with my clients, when it comes to do like a wardrobe edit. It's very easy, very straightforward. I also added like a checklist so they can go through steps, understanding, okay, I have done that.
Yeah.
So it's going to take you like 3 to 4 good hours, but take it as an exercise, right? Like a self-love thing, like a self-love ritual with yourself. If you don't do this, which is the main thing to understand and have clarity about your wardrobe, you will always keep stuck on the I have nothing to wear. You will keep buying clothes and investing money or investing or actually wasting money on pieces that don't serve you. And, you will be stuck in that cycle. So the very first thing you have to do is like going through a wardrobe edit, which basically means sit down, take everything out, declutter, thinking, okay, what are the pieces that fit me, that still resonate, with the person that I want to be, how I want to present myself, how I want to express myself. Whatever doesn't fit your lifestyle right now, let it go.
Let it go. Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, you're going to identify the gaps in your wardrobe. Usually are basics that we are lacking, right? We have gone through those, like the essentials: white t-shirts, jeans, well-cut trousers, a versatile, a flattered dress. Usually we are missing on basics because we focus a lot on adding pieces that really make us feel like nice, which are statement pieces, but we don't pay as much attention on the basics. So identify those gaps and make a list, on those things. Like, okay, so when you go shopping, you actually focus on those things, and you don't go and just buy, things that catch your attention because of the color or because it's on trend on that. And then organize your wardrobe by category. Okay, so it's like trousers together, jumpers, blazers, jackets, and then color coded. I like to do it that way as well. Then it's easier, to identify everything that you have there. And then you actually make dressing very intuitive, right? Because when you open your wardrobe and everything is like categorized and by color, and you know that everything that is there has a purpose, it fits you, is there because you like it, and all that is much, much easier getting dressed in the morning. And then I would say outfit formulas is the last step. So once you have everything organized and categorized, take some time, actually now to have fun and understand how can I put these pieces together, so play with it around, wear them, take pictures of the outfits that you really love, and create like a lookbook. This is what I do with my clients. I put a lookbook together for them, ready to wear outfits from pieces that they already have in their wardrobe, right? So they don't forget, because we tend to forget we have there as well. So if you take the pictures and you put it there on your lookbook, I like to make it by season. So usually I have like spring, summer, autumn, winter, and you put the pictures there. And then, in the morning, you have to get dressed. You just have to go to your lookbook, just scroll down pieces and outfits that you have put together already. And it's going to be much easier, because in this way, now you're dressing in a way that is connected, to how you're feeling on that day, your mood and all that, rather than just go into your wardrobe, open it, and it's like, oh my god, now you feel overwhelmed when it's not organized, right? Because actually we tend to have more clothes that we need. And when you open the wardrobe, the thing is like, your brain can't process so much information that is there, right? So this is when you feel overwhelmed, and you tend to go on default to the same familiar pieces and outfits that you wear all the time. And this is why you get bored as well, because it's I'm wearing all the time the same things. And it's because you haven't put the effort, and take the time to edit your wardrobe and make it in a way that you love it. So when you go in the morning, it's actually exciting to go there and see what I'm gonna wear today. Right. So
what happens is, because there's a pile of clothes in your wardrobe, and like you rightly said, that it kind of overwhelms you. So I think, like you said, declutter, get rid of the clothes that do not serve you anymore. I think that should be the first step, like you just mentioned, that declutter. Because what happens is that when we open our clothes, the clothes that we see at the front, we're like, okay, let's wear that. And we do not realize that we just keep wearing the same clothes, and then we're getting bored.
because you keep washing, you wash the clothes, and then when they are not organized, you keep putting them, like you said, at the front, right? This is the ones that you see all the time. And then also, like I said, because if you don't have, you have to do this intentionally. Because if you don't have clarity on what you have in your wardrobe, and you have all the ifs just in case, maybe one day, and you have those mixed with the ones that actually you're wearing now all the time, it's just like a mess. How are you gonna understand? It's like, so that's why you have to go through this process. It's actually amazing. Put some candles, music, a glass of wine or a tea, and take the time, with yourself and with your wardrobe. It's very important. Like, wardrobes should be connected with us, how we feel, how we want to express ourselves, and aligned with our lifestyle, every area of our lives, to serve us in a way that helps us achieve goals, feel confident, feel comfortable.
So I think, I think most of the time the dress that, we have, the dress, or, that outfit we have, in our wardrobe, that we think that one day we are going to wear that, for that, one function and one wedding. And the problem is that that day never comes. At the time that day comes, our bodies have changed.
Exactly. Yeah. You're just lying. The main thing is, that's why I say you have to be intentional. This is just lies that we tell ourselves. I do it as well. So don't, I'm not, this is not about judging anyone. We all do that, We keep telling like these little lies to ourselves, like you say, like one day, maybe. No, like, be intentional. That's why I said, like, declutter ruthlessly, because it's like, make the decision, book this in your agenda, okay, this is the day I'm gonna start curating my dream wardrobe. And the first step is the wardrobe edit. So you take everything out, you start decluttering, Do you identify the gaps? Do you make a list? When you go shopping, you focus on those things. You don't go shopping like, oh, let's see what I find. You focus what you have on your list, and then you start having fun,
Yes, yes.
put things together, see what works for you, see how you can style, have the outfit formulas ready. Or what are the ones, for work, for the different areas of your life? How do I like to dress for work? What makes me feel confident? What are the colors that I love to wear for work? That make me feel like, for example, me is red. I love to wear red. It's such an empowering color, and it says so much, not only how I feel when I wear it, but how people perceive me,
Going
as a
to appreciate.
confident woman every time I'm wearing it, that I love it. So if I have something important to do that is about work,